Hello guys, my name is Georgina Ramos and today I will be presenting my persuasive speech. So for today's speech, I will be talking about recycling in general and the benefits of recycling. So today I will inform you guys just a little bit, but ultimately try and persuade you all into recycling in order to save our environment and decrease pollution. I will begin with a definition of recycling. Recycling is a process of turning used materials and waste into new products, which basically means converting waste into reusable material. So not everything is recyclable. There are certain things that should and can be recycled. Common materials include glass, such as bottles, jars, and food containers. Also paper, such as newspapers, magazine, and cardboard. Plastics, such as plastic bottles like these. Tubs, wrappers, and food containers. Lastly is metal, such as cans, metal food containers, and foil. But before disposing of these items, we should make sure that they are clean. If they are not clean, they can potentially damage the other materials such as paper and cardboard. For instance, a pizza box. We shouldn't always recycle it even though it's cardboard, but most of the time it has grease or cheese stuck on it, so it's better just to throw it out separately. There are three major steps to recycling materials. Step 1 is collecting and processing. Many of the materials are collected at curbside collection, drop-off centers, or refund programs. They are later cleaned and processed into new materials. Step 2 is manufacturing. Products are manufactured with recycled content. Step 3 is purchasing new products made from recycled materials. So I did just explain to you guys the three main steps that goes into recycling materials, but I will insert a small clip to show you guys a visual representation of how the processing is done.
Bottles, tubs and trays are separated from other recyclable materials by hand or machine. They are cleaned and sorted by plastic type using clever technology, then sorted by colour, blue, natural, green and mixed, and are shredded, washed, melted and reformed into pellets, which can then be used to make fleeces and footy shirts, as well as toys, chairs and picnic benches, or more plastic bottles.
So a lot of people ask, like, why should we recycle? What is the purpose of it? Well, first of all, recycling is easy. We can do it pretty much anywhere. At our home, at school, even at our workplace. By using the 3 R's, which are reducing, reusing, and recycling, we can help save money and preserve natural resources. Reduce, reuse, and recycle can help cut down on the amount of material needed to create new products, which ultimately sends less material to landfills. So as I did mention, the 3 R's, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle, they are a form of recycling which we should all include in our everyday lives. I will begin by explaining each one of them. So reduce is basically buying products with less packaging, and it just leads us to use less materials and minimize landfills. Next is reuse. So reuse is basically using something we can find at our household, such as a glass container, a tub, even an old t-shirt, something that we can find without it having to be processed or bought. Next is recycle, which we already talked about. So now I will be giving some benefits of recycling. So recycling helps reduce pollution caused by waste, toxic chemicals, and bacteria found in landfills, which can potentially pollute our soil and go into our crops and plants. With that being said, it reduces the size of landfills. Another benefit is that it creates jobs. According to greenandgrowing.org, recycling is a $200 billion industry in the United States. It generates up to 7 to 10 more jobs than landfills. The EPA, which is the United States Environmental Protection Agency, conducted a study in 2016 which analyzed the numbers of jobs, wages, and tax revenues due to recycling. It ultimately created about 681,000 jobs, $37.8 billion in wages, and $5.5 billion in tax revenue. Another benefit is that it doesn't use as much energy as when making new materials. When making products from new materials, it requires a lot of energy. Recycling needs less energy and helps maintain natural resources. And those are just some benefits about recycling out of the many that recycling has. If that didn't persuade you guys enough into wanting to recycle, I'll give you some more details on it. Not recycling is a global issue because there is no space in landfills for waste, which fuels pollution and magnifies global warming. Recycling is crucial because if we don't, it leads to pollution, which leads to killing plants and animals. And according to worldwildlife.org, long-term exposure to air pollution can lead to chronic respiratory disease, lung cancer, and other diseases in humans. And lastly, according to Recycle Across America website, unclear labels on bins cause public confusion over recycling, and many throw garbage in recycling bins, which can cause damage to machines. Not only does it cause damage to machines, but to ourselves in the long term. So I have this little cute recycling bin. So next time you see one of these logos, you know that you can recycle any of the recyclable materials. And I hope you guys are encouraged into recycling and help save our planet. Thank you guys for watching.